Hi, my name is Bryan Daughtry, and I'm the owner of Dry Patrol of Central Ohio. We are an emergency services company with particular focuses on water, fire, mold, and biohazard. I've been working with Jeff and Alane for a little less than 6 months now, and the results of the program have been amazing. I've not only got better quality calls, but I no longer have the calls looking for the major franchise brands that we've all experienced, and you're wasting money on your Google ad campaign. It doesn't help me sleep at night very well. And the quality of my calls has gone up tremendously. Before I met Jeff and Alane, I had two separate companies performing the same services that they are now providing for me. I had a company doing my Google ad campaign and another company doing my SEO. And while those two companies did work together, it was definitely not seamless by any means. And I've realized a lot more synergies, I believe, by working with one company that's providing both services. Of course, I was very skeptical. I've been given a lot of false promises from a number of different marketing organizations, especially when it relates to SEO and Google ad performance. So I think just like any other owner, if you've got something that's working and you're not really sure how well it's working, you get a comfort level with it and you're hesitant to change. I gave them a try and the results since have been immeasurable. I've got a better feeling about the money that I'm investing in both SEO and Google ad campaigns than I've ever had before. And because the results have been so fantastic. I really want to mention that before I was in a situation where I was praying for the phone to ring every day. I was always dependent upon the phone ringing or hoping that it was going to ring, to ensure that we had the work in the pipeline that we needed to drive the revenue in order to sustain a profitable and thriving business. And now I'm in a situation where we are booked out further in advance, 30 days to be exact right now, than we've ever been in the history of the company. One of the many great things about working with Jeff and Alane is that I now understand where every phone call is coming from and what source it came from. Not only do I know if it's a call that was generated online, but I know whether that was a Google ad call or a call that was generated generically from my website, which I've never had that granular level of information before. And from a marketing investment standpoint, it is invaluable to be able to understand that. So again, to understand that information at the granular level that I have today is priceless. So I could not recommend them any higher for any owner that might not be really confident in the performance of their campaigns that they're experiencing today. What sold me on working with Jeff and Alane, we had an initial Zoom call. As I mentioned before, I'd been with my previous providers of these services for nearly 5 years and had a fairly good comfort level. But it became apparent to me very quickly after dealing with them more and more, and also, of course, after checking several references that I asked them for and receiving nothing but stellar feedback on. But it was really Jeff's knowledge and experience that he shared with me and the in-depth, analysis of my current configuration at the time and his suggestions. It was real easy for me to tell that he knew what he was talking about and had a very diverse and in-depth knowledge of SEO and Google ad campaigns. And that's what convinced me to give them a try. And I could not have made a better decision. One of the things I enjoy most about working with Jeff and Alane is that when I've got a question, a thought, I can call or text and get an immediate answer directly from one of, if not both of the owners. And that has been invaluable because we all know there's a sense of urgency when we come up with an idea or a thought, when we're investing so much money into such an important aspect of the business that you want and hopefully can demand the attention right then and there. And that has certainly been the experience that I've had. I have a very consistent and nice return on my ROI in both SEO and my Google ad campaign, which there's no better feeling as an owner than knowing that you are getting a significant return on the investment that you're making. In conclusion, I could not recommend Jeff and Alane's services any higher. For any owner that has any question or doubt about their current situation related to Google Ad and SEO services, my experience has and continues to be phenomenal with them. And again, I could not recommend them any higher.